Well, I don't think you're gonna live like a king
for under 3K either.
Maybe on the next one, we'll try to pump it up to about...
I'll try to get just under 4K.
Because it doesn't look like either one of those two last lifestyles I had here what I was looking for. So we'll just keep going until I get where I'm comfortable at. And you can follow me. And maybe at one of those levels you're comfortable, but most of the people I know are probably going to follow me right up to the highest one that I show on here anyway. I'm not going to spend any $5,000 or $10,000 a month. I'm not going to do that, but I can show you what it costs to live in the Philippines for. It may be under $5 at some point, but we'll see.
So this is where my last video of places to live left off. So I'll go ahead and start with this one, and I'll give you all the prices and the expenses I had while living here. Nice big screen TV, little small living room, dining room's adequate size. Moving on to the back of the house, there's a little laundry room. There's a CR bathroom right here. Area. It's kind of like a little galley kitchen. It was nice. I don't have any complaints. There's some water leaks. I had a lot of issues with leaking faucets, spray nozzles, everything. I had to work on all that stuff. Straight ahead's the master. There's a CR also right here, and it's another cold water CR. So I'm not much on that cold water CR unless it's late in the day and the water's already warmed up, and it does warm up. So, but it was clean. It was nice. And the next room is the second biggest bedroom, which has got like a double bed in there and a little balcony, and you can actually walk out there and you can see the ocean. The subdivision, I guess you'd call it, well, they called it residence, but it didn't look really that good from the outside. I seen the ad on Marketplace, and the pictures and all that were terrible. I thought, no, I don't want to live there. But once I seen it in person, it was pretty nice. This is the third bedroom. That's small. They just had like a little sofa mattress thing in there, and I never added anything to it because I don't really have a need for it. This is the master. It's got a nice balcony. You can't see the ocean from there, but you can see the kind of like a jungle out in front of the residence. And the balcony was pretty nice, but I hardly ever used it. I wound up having to put like a big sunshade right there because the sun was coming in the window and warming the room up. So, but the air conditioning worked great, so it was all right. This bathroom was okay. I haven't seen a bathroom yet in the Philippines that I'm satisfied with as far as the size. The bathroom I had in my home in Texas was probably big as most of the living rooms here. This one has a hot water shower. And all these hot water showers are really hard to adjust, but I tell you what, if you find one with the German flag on it, that's a good one. Nice big balcony. I used to fly my drone off of that, fly around the courtyard there and out on the ocean and back. So that was kind of fun. The Island City Mall was only about 10 minutes away.
So for groceries, I would go to Island City Mall and I would buy my meats, canned goods, American style food. Vegetables are fresh and so plentiful. It's like a big barn and it's just full of produce. So another expense I had was fuel, gasoline. I have a gasoline car and had a motorbike. Plan on buying another one soon. And I spend on an average of around $120 to $140 USD in fuel, gasoline. My cell phone bill in the Philippines was only about $1,500 per month. That's like a prepaid. And so that was about $25 USD. But I also have my US phone, which is $88 a month. Travel expenses. Travel expenses I'm going to include is mostly the ferry taxis and ferry back and forth from Bohol to Cebu. I had some housing repairs, upgrades. You know, you're moving to a place, you're going to want to fix some of it up, make it your own. You're going to buy some extra things. You may want a different shower, maybe you want a rain shower. But I spend a little bit of money every month on that. Plus, we're talking about buying some, not necessarily furniture, but some items that you may need for living room, bedroom, kitchen. But that was $200. Not every month, but it was the month I'm counting. Gym is only about $1K
Per month.
Department stores, I spend about $200 in clothes almost every month. The clothes here are almost the same price as they are in the United States. You go into the department stores and they have brand name stores in the malls, and Cebu City has all of them. So at department stores I spent about $200 USD. Gifts, I'm a pretty giving person and I give out money, mostly for food, you know, school clothes for kids, stuff like that. Jonah and I traveled around and we probably give about $200 a month. So the total amount of money that I spent for the month, for the last residence I had, was over $3,000. I hit $3,030. I was trying to come in around $3,000, so I did pretty good. But you know, a lot of people talk about living in the Philippines off of Social Security. If your Social Security is $2,000 or under, you're going to struggle here to have any kind of decent lifestyle. And you'll see the place I have. It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't that good at all, really. But it was one of the only places I could find. It's very hard to get a place on Panglao, a really nice place. You almost have to be in a month-to-month and then just keep looking for it on Marketplace until you find something. And you have to jump on it quick because they go fast. So, although you might be able to afford much higher, or maybe you're trying to get something cheaper, you almost get stuck with whatever is available. That's another part of the problem. If you're in a big city, you have mostly apartments and condos, and I don't like any of those.
You know, every now and then, everybody needs a little break. Whether you're visiting or living on Bohol, you have to check out some of the resorts. The room at the Henan is pretty nice. It's got a nice balcony. It's got a big bathroom. but the balcony you can see the pool and the ocean. This little mini resort is about $2,500 per night, and it's a great little place with 2 pools and very private, and so I like it there.
So right now I'm down here in Alona. I'm just came down here to just take a break, get something to eat and drink, and finish the video. And at the beginning of the video, it was at the residence that view of the sea in the boat you could see behind me. Over all the expenses I had, and I'll start with the rent. The rent was $30K, which is about $500. Internet was $2K pesos. That's like $36. The water was $3K pesos, so that's close to $50. The electricity was $10K. That was one of my that's the most expensive utility you will have here. Now I turned 2 split units on, and I ran them 24/7. And even when I went on a little vacation or went to a resort, I would leave them on, just so I wouldn't get mold in the house. I haven't heard of mold problems here, but I'm sure they have it because I've lived on many other islands before, Guam, Okinawa, and they have mold issues. So I left it on, but I turned it aircon on low, so it was just kind of drying the place out. So if I hadn't done that, my aircon would probably be like $6K. You could get it for half of what I spent on electricity, and the 10K is 170 USD. Another large expense I had was groceries, and I try to eat at home and eat healthy, but there's 3 of us in the house. I would go grocery shopping at the mall. I buy most of my meats in the mall because there they have everything refrigerated, frozen, some of it. And that for the month was 14,000 pesos, which is about $240 USD. So I think about 3,000 USD a month is a good place to start. Anything less than that, the standard's going to be so low, you're not going to be happy here. I shouldn't say that, because there's people that are very happy here, living off 1,000 USD. Some people Social Security that's maybe 2,000 a month or under, and they're happy. So it's really all about what part of the Philippines you're in. And I can tell you that Bohol is probably one of the more expensive places. Not the most expensive, but a little more expensive, especially rent. You can go outside of Dumaguete, you can find a place for 8,000 pesos, like $150 a month. You know, a decent house. But you won't find that on Bohol. So, but I think the prices average in Bohol about maybe $400 to $700 a month. Somewhere in between there, you can get a decent house. But like I said, it's hard to. It's all timing, you know. It's all timing. So you have to be in the right place at the right time. And looking on Marketplace, that might not be the way to go. Maybe there's some other realtors here, but I can tell you the realtors, they jack up the price probably buy 5,000 pesos a month, which is under $100. So they collect a commission every month that you're there. I'd rather just go straight to the owner, you know, and pay that amount. But maybe using a realtor and paying them, you know, extra every month is a better way to go. You can probably get what you want. So, but it's hit or miss here as far as finding a place. It's hard. It's hard to find a place. I went to Cebu for a little while. Gone over there for 6 months. Stayed in the hotel for 2 weeks trying to find a place over there, and finally I just settled. And that's what you might wind up doing here. You don't plan well enough. But I wouldn't get a place online. And forget about the Airbnb. That's more expensive. You'll pay about 30% more a month if you get an Airbnb. So you can come here to Lona. You can get a nice small resort that I've had in one of my videos before. It's like a little gem for probably $35 a night, and you start looking for a place. They probably have weekly rates. A lot of them here do. So if you're on a budget. At least down here in the Lona Beach area, there's not too many people begging for money. They're actually trying to earn it. They're trying to sell you goods, and I respect that. Why does everybody keep trying to sell me shit here? I feel like I'm in Mexico again.
That's very good.
One right after another. No, thank you. Thank you.
Maybe you're in the Philippines.
I've been here over 2.5 years. I don't want to go on an excursion and go snorkeling or boat ride. I've already been there and done that. I don't want to buy fake jewelry. I don't want to buy a condo that won't be finished for 5 more years.
That's crazy. You buy a condo you cannot eat.
I don't want to buy that mango stuff with the fish dip.
The hipon.
Can you stop laughing? I'm trying to make a video.
Do a video?
I don't want to buy the banana chips. What else they try to sell here?
The calamay. Calamay.
Calamine?
Calamay, the spread
No.
or the bread.
What else is there?